Run it. Get in here, everybody, get in here. Get in here, everybody, get in here. It's time for a legendary show. Okay, let me see. Are we here? Why do my hats always feel like they be leaning towards one more side? I hate that. I got a gray hair. It is a mess. How y'all doing? Y'all feeling good? Let me tell y'all something. I don't know where y'all at, and I don't know what the summer is giving. You know the summer is almost over, but it is hot as hell today, okay? I'm gonna just be honest with you. I'm hot, but I feel real cute, like in this little hot. I'm about to show y'all my little outfit real quick. I feel like I want to go play tennis. You know what I mean? I feel like I want to go Venus and Serena today, even though it's already damn near 5 o'clock, so that's probably not gonna happen. But let me take. You guys want to see my little tennis? Man, I feel like I want to go Venus and Serena. Doesn't it give that? Oh, doesn't it give like a? Doesn't it give that? Doesn't it give? Doesn't it give like a Venus and Serena? Look, isn't it giving out? Okay, this is too short. Okay, little Venus. I feel like I want a Venus and Serena. I feel like I should just go run a match. Mind you, I've been walking around like this all day. I feel like I want to, it's just hot. But y'all, today is the day that the Lord has made. How y'all feeling today? I'm feeling good. It's hot. I have good news though. I'm in a good mood because before we get into the mess, I'm just gonna, we haven't talked to the man live. We just talked yesterday. But anyway, we are embarking on the closure and the announcement of my first EP, which I'm really nervous about. But at the same time, I'm like, girl, you drop one, you drop more. You know what I mean? So we're coming on. The announcement will be soon. We just got the photographs. We got the cover. And so we're one step closer. I can give you guys this. I think there's going to be 7 songs on there. Woo! So, for a long time, I always just drop singles. So the vibe is kind of cool. It's like a lot of melodic stuff. I'm not really like rapping on there because I'm not a rapper. But there's a song on there, and then there's kind of like a house kind of like dance track on there. But somewhere, if you guys like my Not the One kind of vibe, it's more like a melodic type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Less rap. But I think you'll like it. So it's coming. It's actually here. It's just ready to be delivered. So I'm excited about that. I'm really, really excited. I cannot wait for you guys to see the covers, because the covers, I actually went crazy and spaz, and you guys are gonna love it. And girl, we're gonna eat the party up. We're coming for some of the girls that be really be having budgets. Our cover is gonna be tea. Okay, this is not giving pick art. Okay, it's giving budget, just a little bit. Okay. Anyway, Nicki Minaj has unfollowed JT and Ice Spice on Instagram. Now, I haven't checked on Twitter, but she already had got rid of JT on Twitter. I'm not sure if Ice Spice has gotten the boot on Twitter. Let me go check. Nicki followers, Oh, well, she's following JT on Twitter and Ice Spice. But I felt like she had unfollowed her on Twitter. I don't know. That was weird. Because didn't we do a video on that? I don't remember. I can't keep up. So anyway, so she's following them both on Twitter, but she unfollowed them both apparently on Instagram. But to me, now that I'm seeing that, Twitter is Nicki's like home base. So why would you keep them on Twitter and not keep them on Instagram? Because you're on Twitter all the time. So that's interesting. Maybe you don't want to see these girls' pictures. You don't want to see their faces. I don't know. But anyway, she unfollowed them on Instagram. And so this made a lot of headline news. And so fans were speculating as to why, what it could be. And I always felt like it was something going on, you know, and like, I'm not like, here's the thing. I just give my opinion and I give my thoughts based upon looking at the materials. Okay. And sometimes a lot of people follow people because and leave them there just because they don't want to unfollow them just quite yet, or they do things. I don't know why people do that, because some people will just mute you and leave the follow. I do it all the time. I follow people I don't like all the time, and I just mute them because I just don't have time for it. So I just leave the follow there, but I just don't see their stuff. You know what I mean? So she could be doing that, but she unfollowed followed them on Instagram for whatever reason. I personally feel like for a long time, we knew that something was going on with Ice Spice and Nicki, and then it was revealed that Ice Spice and Nicki kind of weren't seeing eye to eye, and Ice Spice came out and did an interview and was like, "We're not bad, but we're not good. We're cool." And you know, like I told you before, allegedly some things happened at the Barbie World video shoot, where Nicki, you know, was being really rude to Ice Spice, going off, didn't want to shoot with her. This is all alleged. I don't know this to be 100% fact. I was not there. This is what the rumblings on the street was, that, you know, Nicki was just giving a lot, and she was like being rude to Ice Spice. It was just a mess going on when it came down to like the monies and the business part, and it was really the Ice Spice's management team. You know, this is probably why they didn't invite me backstage when he saw me, because I always give the management team hell, because I do believe it's a little bit of the management that, you know, they get a little cocky, get a little arrogant. And I seen him like, you know, he could get a little arrogant, you know. And so he's probably advising her a different kind of way. And Nicki probably felt like, you know, I thought we was cool. You know, I want to deal with Ice Spice, but Ice Spice like, well, my team wants me to do it one way. And, you know, she just kind of probably felt a little bit used. So anyway, long story short, you know, Ice Spice, you know, seemed to like, you know, she really likes Nicki. She cares for Nicki, but I think it's one of those things where she's like, I don't want to step on her toes, but I have to do what's best for me, and my team is wanting me to do X, Y, and Z. And Nicki's like, girl, that's not the look that I'm looking for, but we came together on this collaboration, and I did a song with you on your album, and, you know, that gave you a look, all these different things. Even though that it still benefited Nicki too, like, just to be clear, because Nicki got on the record because Ice Spice was already hot, but it kind of helped boost Princess Diana, because Princess Diana to me was not doing anything until Nicki got on the record, and then it debuted at what, number 4, something like that. So it really was a hit to get with them together, but I just feel like the business part just wasn't right, and maybe, you know, Ice Spice didn't want to sign with the publisher, and Nicki felt used, you know. And so for a long time, you know, you could see that they weren't kind of fooling with each other. Then it also felt like, you know, Ice Spice got caught in the middle of two different things, because then you would see like she was kind of cool with Cardi B over here, and then she got cool with Nicki, and then she would kind of go back and forth, and then people were kind of like, well, what's going on? Like, is she Team Nicki, Team Cardi? But when Nicki wasn't fooling with her, then she looked like she was over here with Cardi, and when Cardi wasn't fooling with her, she looked like she was over here with Nicki. So it was just it was a lot going on. And, you know, the text messages came out where she pretty much said that Nicki Minaj was ungrateful. So we knew that, we ended up later on finding out that Nicki and Ice Spice kind of, you know, end up going their separate ways. But I don't think that it was a thing where Nicki was jealous of Ice Spice in any kind of way. And I really don't think it was personally Nicki versus Ice Spice more than it was Nicki versus Ice Spice's team. And Ice Spice being the face of her team just as a casualty of war. Like, girl, that's who you fool with. And, you know, you have to ride with them, so you're going to die with them. type. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what that gave me. And people have been telling me that Ice Spice was kind of like in Nicki's live, like, and Nicki would ignore her just recently. Nicki would like her, Ice Spice would comment and say stuff in her live. I mean, on her Instagram, and Nicki would completely ignore it. So, and paying her dust. And so, sometimes it beats like that. And now, as far as JT, a lot of the fans. Well, here's the thing too. I told you guys about all of these things. I told you guys about the Ice Spice tea. You guys didn't want to believe me. You guys dragged me, said I was acting crazy. But where there's smoke, there's fire. And I don't know everything, but girl, it's very clear to see when momentum and movement starts happening. And it was weird because as soon as JT came into the fold, Ice Spice kind of was removed out of the fold. And now I'm telling you, something happened around that Barbie World BET Award weekend. That June was some tea. And then because then Ice Spice was deemed a princess, but then JT got back and she got back cool with Nicki. She got on that phone after throwing that phone at Uzi. She ended up linking up with Nicki, and then there was a new rebirth of JT. And then JT, remember at that point, JT started focusing on herself, doing music, and then we started getting songs like No Bars, and then JT was rolling out a solo project. It was a whole thing. So her and Nicki started getting back on live together and cool, and then JT was the princess again, and they were kind of battling for the princess. And then it just kind of got interesting with Ice Spice because we weren't sure, was Ice Spice paying homage or was Ice Spice trolling with the Fat Butt record. It kind of sounded like, Shanghai or Chirac. And so we didn't know what that was because Ice Spice was boldly going for it. And, she executed it. No shade. And then it came out that Ice Spice was willing to get on the Kanye record, New Body. So that was kind of like, the audacity, the nerve, the gall, So people thought, well, is Ice Spice trying to come for Nicki? Like, what's the tea? And then they also felt like, Ice Spice was trying to pander to the Barbs, to make sure that she could still have that support from Nicki Minaj's fans because, if the Barbs ice you out, it really does affect in your numbers. Also, Ice Spice ended up going on tour with Doja Cat. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but let's just put it out there. Nicki don't like Doja Cat either. But yeah, she doesn't really come for Doja Cat. But, Ice Spice went on a tour with Doja Cat as well. So it could just be a lot of weird motion for Nicki. And Nicki's like, all right, I don't really like none of these girls. And then the JT piece, I already knew it was something. When she started talking about a garage sale tour, that gave me JT. Because nobody was on, and people were trying to say Megan Thee Stallion. Why would she say Megan Thee Stallion? Megan Thee Stallion hadn't even started her tour yet. And Nicki Minaj fans would not be supporting a Megan Thee Stallion tour, online. And so for me, that was just crazy that people were trying to make it seem like Nicki would be telling her fans, like, y'all are not doing the right thing because you guys are busy supporting a garage sale tour. Because I think Nicki Minaj was on Station Head Live, and I don't know whether she was trying to get a certain number of viewers or she was trying to sell something. It was something that she was trying to do. It was a certain number she was trying to reach, and I don't remember. Maybe when we open the call-in number, you guys will get it. But there was she was trying to reach something that day, but she said the Smart Barbs were busy doing it. Oh no, the garage sale Barbs are busy championing, other people in a sense, and they weren't focused on the task at hand. So she had stopped giving out the prizes. And during that time, everybody they were on JT's nuts. You know what I mean? A lot of the fans were like City Cinderella, buying the tour tickets. They were all up JT. And then JT, she was doing the Instagram, the Twitter space lives. She was doing the station heads. And Nicki Minaj would say certain things like, you notice how these girls come and they want to be like Nicki Minaj now. They get on X's and they talk to their fans. And JT quietly had stopped doing that. She hasn't been doing it as much anymore, but you know how she was getting on Twitter Spaces and talking to the fans, very Nicki coded. So during this time, Nicki was mentioning the garage sale tour. She was mentioning girls copying her swag and copying her sauce, mentioning how girls are all of a sudden wanting to get on, and talk to their fans and engage with their fans like she does. And at that time, the only person that was doing that was JT. bar for bar. Megan Thee Stallion doesn't really give a station head tea like that. She does not give a Twitter space tea like that, and she definitely doesn't give a stern interaction with her fans like that. Cardi B, and she wasn't going on tour at that time. She had kind of announced it, but she wasn't going on tour, and there was nothing for the fans to really consume. So that X'd her out. It wasn't Glorilla, that was out. Cardi B does not do that. Cardi B gets on spaces, but Cardi B 9 times out of 10 is crashing out and cursing her people out. She does get on station head, but Cardi B was not. Cardi B's not going on tour. There's no project. So Cardi B was not in that conversation, and Nicki Minaj fans would not be supporting Cardi B. So it wouldn't be a situation to where Nicki Minaj is asking her fans, "Why are you over here being distracted?" And when I'm trying to get you guys to do this over here, you know what I mean? And then there would be times where Nicki Minaj will go, JT will be going live on Twitter Space or Station Head, then all of a sudden Nicki is going live at the same time. Whereas before, Nicki will be shouting her out, sharing her music. And then when the album came out, it was very quiet. Nicki Minaj didn't repost it. Nicki Minaj didn't say anything. Usually you would have JT come on Station Head and talk about the project and this, that, and the third. And people were just shocked because just, months prior, she had brought JT out on stage, and JT was just so excited to be there and so happy and so enthralled and so engulfed with the fact that, she was at a Nicki Minaj show and a Nicki Minaj performance. So the people are like, well, what the hell happened? What happened, and why does it seem like she done fell out with this girl, right? And I was trying to figure that out too, because I could see that something was weird. And so I'm listening to the station, and so I'm putting context clues together. And, like I told you guys before, one of my previous videos, Nicki Minaj did a video, and she was talking about, it was 2 different station heads. There was the station head where she was asking her friend or her fans about why, if they think that JT has reached her full potential, and if JT should, pretty much come under her record label. And the fans was basically like, yes, and no, JT hasn't reached her full potential. And so, Nicki was like, all right, so I'm just now waiting for JT to do what she needs to do. And then 2, there was supposed to be a song with JT on Pink Friday 2. However, the fans were asking Nicki about that song, and Nicki said, well, the song would have been done, but I'm waiting for JT to do what she needs to do. I've done my part. Doing what she needs to do, to me, means you need to sign that paperwork and let me get my money. Be a part of my label or my management company, whatever that legal part is. Wherever Nicki is like trying to make sure she gets her coin and build her business, she like, all right, sign that paperwork, sign this deal. And that meant that, and I feel like JT didn't do it. And JT kept putting it off, so Nicki didn't put her on a project and didn't do another song with her. Also, I feel like, Nicki is at that point where it's like, girl, you're doing this garage sale tour. Maybe if you would have signed with me, you could have been on a world tour. You know what I mean? Would you rather go to the world tour or a garage sale tour? So I think even in that, there was a double messaging there. Like, girl, look where I brought you. Look what I could have done with you. I had you on a stage in front of thousands of people. And look where you are now. You're selling clothes in a pop-up shop and doing a small, backyard garage barbecue tour. You know what I'm saying? And so I think JT didn't oblige on that. And I also feel as though Nicki Minaj did a story time about the Little Red Riding Hood, but she made a twist on the Little Red Riding Hood. I don't remember it exactly, but long story short, she pretty much said, instead of the big bad wolf going home to eat the grandmother, the twist in the story was the powers that be would know that Nicki, aka Little Red Riding Hood, would be able to see. I have to decode this woman's riddle. The powers that be would know that Nicki, aka Little Red Riding Hood, would notice the big bad wolf in the grandma's clothing because the fangs and the teeth are so big. So what the wolf did was send someone more delicate into the house. And so the more delicate, the more demure person to go into the house or thing to go into the house and collect all the apples and apples meaning information would be the JTs, the Ice Spices in my mind. So the way that she put it was the wolf, the management companies, the labels, the teams of these girls would send in a more demure person that is not as frightening, not as threatening, that you can't really see that they're playing for the other side. JT, I Spice, in my mind. You send them in the house. Nicki's there. Nicki's guard is down because she doesn't think that they're a threat. And yet they're there getting all the fruit from the house, AKA the information, how to do this. Let me do a collab with you. Okay, this is how you gain an audience. Let me share my audience with you. Let me give you this game on this. Let me write a few bars on no bars for you. Let me do this. Let me do that for you. And so they get all that information. And then when Nicki is like, okay, so where's my payment? Meaning, okay, we're building this relationship. You're going to give me something. I've given you something. And we have agreed on that. Did more demure, the JTs, the Ice Spices, they said, well, actually, thank you. I'm very full. My bags are packed. I have enough information now. Now I'm going to leave because I have to take this back to my team or the big bad wolf. And Nicki Minaj ends up feeling robbed and left, played and defeated because she didn't see it coming, because instead of it being a wolf, it was more of a nice looking girl, but the wolf had sent them in to play her and give the information. So she, in a nutshell, she feels like these people's teams, managers, send these girls to get close to her, to get the information, and then have her thinking that they're going to do business with her. And then once she gives them a look, once she helps boost their career in a certain kind of way, or, co-signs them a certain kind of way, once they get what they need from her, they leave her and go back and take everything that they've gotten and they've learned. They take it back to their respective teams and then act like they can't work with her anymore. And so she ends up feeling used and starts feeling some type of way. That's what I got from that story, because what else would that be? So in a nutshell, Nicki feels used because these girls, in her mind, come in like they want to be a partner in some sort of way. They want to work with her. So she opens her house. She opens her doors. She gives them the keys. She gives them the game. She shares her followers. She does all of these things. And then, boom, when it's time for them to sign away, these girls be like, oh, well, there's one thing. I got to go talk to my team. And when they end up going to talk to their team, the team talks them out of the deal. And then they come back and say, well, hey, you know what? I love you. I would love to, but I think we're going to go a different way. And that ends. And so Nicki ends up feeling some type of way. And I think that's what happened with JT. And I have to be objective on all sides. When it comes to the Ice Spice, I think Ice Spice already had motion. Ice Spice was already having motion. I just think I think the management was just being they got a little cocky, got a little arrogant. And I think that they were just also not even just cocky and arrogant. I just think that they weren't bending, and Nicki wanted them to bend, but they just weren't, you know what I mean? And the negotiations wouldn't go right, because I don't feel like Ice Spice kind of went into the thing kind of fangirly. I think she respected it, she loved her, but they had a plan, and they didn't want to deviate from that plan, even if you were Nicki Minaj. They may have appeased her a little bit, but they had a certain kind of plan, and they didn't want to stick to it. I mean, they were sticking to it. I feel like Nicki got a little bit more disgusted with JT, and if I'm being fair, I feel like JT kind of came in real fangirl-like, but I feel like JT came in that way because I feel like JT was kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. JT was kind of like, the city girls are going down. You know what I'm saying? The city girls are out. I don't really know where to really go from here. I need some help. Uzi, that's my boyfriend, but they saying he cheating on me, he doing this, kind of embarrassed me at the BET Awards. But I need to do something for me, because what if this nigga leave me? He now flirting with Ice Spice because she the hot thing. Creisha got the Diddy stuff going on. I'm really the rapper. I need to get back in my bag. And as all creators, we get in these situations where we just kind of like, we don't know what to do next. We kind of feel stuck. And I feel like JT was in a stuck place, and then she had to pour herself out. And Nicki was one of the people that kind of helped her get pulled out. But during that time, JT was really, pink, wigging it up. It was Nicki. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to do your own thing. I just think that perhaps, the way that I'm perceiving, I don't feel like JT really understood or believed that she could be where she is today, right now. And I think that Nicki helped usher that out of her. But I feel like the problem is JT didn't believe that she had it in her herself. And so she came in willing in the beginning to sign with Nicki, to be under Nicki, and just be a part of the Nicki Minaj entourage, and just be happy for, a feature here and there, to be on tour, because she didn't see bigger for herself during that time, because she didn't realize that she could obtain it. But it wasn't until you plugged into the Nicki Minaj Gag City pocket that you realize, ooh, that elevated you. And so when you plug into that Nicki Minaj socket, then all her fans come over, and then it was already getting quiet for Ice Spice. And then two, JT's the dark-skinned one. She's pretty. We know that her and the city girls ain't really doing that well, but, JT has a likable personality when it comes to the sass and the fashion. You know what I mean? And, she didn't like Cardi B, so then that also helped. It was like it was already tea there. So it was like, oh, okay, we're gonna big JT up. People wanted JT to win. JT was always perceived as some sort of underdog in the beginning, just because the way she came out and how it all started. So for me, I feel like she plugged into that Nicki Gag City socket, right? On top of her being already a part of the City Girls, it kind of elevated her a little bit more. So she was able to kind of touch a different level of success that, had she not plugged into that socket, she may have not have been able to reach. But once she got that Nicki Minaj alley-oop, she was able to touch a different type of level of success, and she was able to breathe a different kind of air. And once she was able to see that, oh, this air feels different up here, and then I might could touch it on my own because people is rocking with me. I see what it feels like to have a fan base. Wait a minute, I probably can do this. And I didn't realize I couldn't. This is obtainable for me, Jatavia, JT. I can do this. Like, I can do it myself. And so once she realized that she can do it herself and would have motion, I believe everything changed. I don't think that she got arrogant or cocky. I think that she just started to realize, well, you know what? I may have came into this thing thinking I just wanted to be, the princess to Nicki's Diana. But now I want to be the city Cinderella, because I want to stand on business by myself, and I don't want to be under nobody. Because now I see that, oh, wait, I might could do this now. Whereas at first, I didn't really believe in myself, and I was just okay with just being associated with Nicki, because, some people, that's enough. That's an accomplishment in itself, to be able to be brought out on tour with Nicki Minaj, to be able to have access with her, talk to her, pick her brain. But then you couple that with, now you got fans, and you slick get a Billboard record, and now you getting bookings again, by yourself. Now you getting fashion deals, and now there's no Carisha, there's no now it's you. Oh shit! You mean to tell me I can be a star? Really? Me? I can do this? You mean people will believe in me? People will follow me? Shit. Nicki, thank you, but I'm out. We had to change your heart. I kind of want to try it on my own now. I know I promised you that I was going to sign. I know I told you I was never taking a pink wig off. I know I told you I was going to probably do something different, but you didn't tell me once you gave me that alley-oop, I'd be able to hit the rim. Now I can touch that motherfucker. I don't want to let go. So, I went back and I slept on it, and then P and QC, they was like, yo, you got some motion here. You might have to go ahead and, you might have to make a move and just let Nicki know, listen, it ain't personal, it's business. Thank her for what she did for you, but We about to make you the city Cinderella. And she said, okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that? You gonna make me like that? They said, yes. She said, the city Cinderella, you gonna do that? They said, you got it. You don't need her. You don't need nothing. We about to run. Then P came back. Remember, because for a minute, I'm like, damn, did P forget about them? Because, you know, they brought a new girl. They had, now it's like, where's Lakia? Remember when the city girls were starting to flop and fall? They had brought Lakia in. That was the one. But then Lakia, I mean, that's my homegirl too. I love Lakia. Love Lakia. She's so sweet every time. But they put her on the show. They tried to have Jada Waiter and the Ari. They was trying to have her. What was that? The coming up show on whatever that show was. They was trying to have that booster. I don't know what happened with Lakia. Why it didn't really kick off. I think. I was about to start talking too much. I'm just going to say this. They was trying to put Lakia in a lot of different places. They was introducing Lakia to a lot of people. I even think Lakia met Nicki once. I don't know if that went well or not, but we'll discuss that on another day. But anyway, girl, let me stop talking. Hold on, let me pause that right there. So now they were carrying with her a lot, and I was like, well, did they forget about the city girls? But the city girls wasn't popping. They wasn't making no money. They wasn't trying to work. Now all of a sudden, the QC. Remember, I thought I heard that the QC sold the label and all that. They sold that and this, that, and I thought that was done. Now P is back with JT, riding in the videos. So, you know, Nicki probably flew away. But the problem is this. And then Nicki made a statement and she made a tweet and she talked about how she has to keep learning the same lesson over and over and over and over and over again. Well, she does. Because you cannot, Nicki Minaj's problem is as hard as she is and as smart as she is to me, and as clever as she is, and as much as that she's like more like a standoffish person and doesn't let people get close, she's still sensitive and lets people get close. And always the people, and then she acts crazy and shocked and surprised when it happens to her. It's like, do you really think that a female rapper only wants to be around you because you're so cool? Because they really, truly care about Onika? Like, and I'm not saying that they don't. But if you were just Onika without the Nicki Minaj, they wouldn't give a fuck. Let's be clear. So, Nicki, you have to understand, a piece of them want the information that you have. And respectfully, they would like the same amount of success or more. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to understand that these women are not all coming into this thing wanting to be your friend. And I don't know why she gets so shocked and surprised when she realizes these girls want a main character type of career. I don't understand that. I don't understand why she keeps going through this when it's like, girl, you have to know that they want something from you. You're Nicki Minaj. Girl, everybody's using everybody. Girl, they're using you too. Like, but she uses them too. Because she gets on their stuff, they're hot, you know. She wants pretty girls, you know. She got girls that don't like Cardi B. Let's just call it a thing. If you don't like Cardi B and you kind of got motion and you cute and you don't like the other side, she plugs in with you. She does that. and they use you back. So it goes both ways. And also, these girls, y'all have to start believing in yourself a lot more, and coming into the relationship, stating what it is up front. I don't feel like JT really stated what she wanted up front. I feel like she downplayed what she really wanted, and so it led Nicki Minaj to not realize that JT really wanted a booming big solo career outside of her. And then when JT finally realized that she could have something like that, JT was ready to go her own way. But Nicki should have known that, because Nicki, you empower girls to want to do that. But Nicki feels as though her fans don't listen. And see, I don't personally think that Nicki really be wanting to unfollow these girls. The problem is this, and it's no shade to the Barbs, but the Barbs be so stupid. I mean, sometimes they be so stupid. And I just be online like, girl, they're just so stupid sometimes, because Nicki will literally be trying to tell you in code, I don't with her. Stop posting her. Stop sharing. And y'all don't even listen. So she'll like, damn right. Nicki will get to the point where she's even unfollowing them. Unfollowing the fans, and they still riding for whatever girl it is at the time that they feel is cool with Nicki. And so what Nicki has to do is unfollow these women, so then you know, okay, Nicki don't fuck with them. Because if Nicki don't unfollow them and she just talking cold, the bars be zeroed in. Nicki like her, so I like her. We love JT, Ice Spice, Doja. And Nicki will be online, don't post her. Y'all want to go to the garage sale tour or the Gas City tour? Stop posting these duds. If I don't say it, and stop trying to force me to collab with people. Stop doing this. No, she's not shading her. No, Nicki loves her. No, no. Nicki blocked me. Why did she block me? You idiot. Are you not paying attention? Are you dumb? The woman has been telling y'all for months that the relationship is over, and y'all still under the stuff, sharing the stuff to the timeline. So Nicki have to go, you know what? Let me unfollow her. Maybe now, do you get it, mother? Because I don't like her. I unfollowed her. Do you see it now, you stupid mother? She damn near have to do that. Then they be like, then they get online. Yeah, I knew she was acting funny, and I knew. Girl, you didn't know nothing. You was up there posting and retweeting and doing all of this stuff. You idiot. Actually, what y'all be doing is trying to make it seem like I'm over here delusional, when I'm over there standing back, paying attention, listening. All you got to do is look. The woman be trying to tell them, please stop doing this, Barbs. Stop doing that. Don't know that. Not Barbs. The smart Barbs. And I'll just be like, girl, these people is dumb. And they still reposting. Oh, City Cinderella, JT, just Ice Spice and Doja Cat. And then they get unfollowed. And they're like, well, why did Nicki unfollow me? Well, you idiot, you don't pay attention. She don't like her no more, and you keep posting her. Then Armon told you that you don't like her, but then you so busy trying to hate and troll me. Then when it all come out, then you got all these Twitter, and then all the Twitter girls oh, I've been said this, and such, and I knew this, and girl, you didn't know none of it. I don't care. Didn't nobody clock nothing. Y'all hoes didn't know nothing. Shut up. Y'all didn't know nothing. None of you. None of y'all. Now, the problem is this. People can support whoever they want to support. But the problem is, when it comes to the fan bases, you guys give the artist that power, because in the beginning, you only like the artist if Nicki liked the artist. Then if she doesn't like the artist, then you stop liking her. Y'all gave her that power to make her feel like that, okay, she can tell you who to like and not to like. If you genuinely had a brain and a mind of your own, you wouldn't support other artists based upon stan culture. You would just like who you like. However, majority of you like somebody when Nicki like them, and then when Nicki don't like them, well, as of recently, you guys are so dumb. For the most part, you guys will stop liking them, but then it's like a vast majority of you guys try to hold on because you don't pay attention to the woman don't like her, because then you got because then the problem be y'all get so distracted by the new girl, and Nicki is saying, hey, I'm selling tamales over here, and y'all over here still worried about her. Shit, hello? What's going on? Oh, by the way, wake up. We've moved on from her. But Nicki, you can't, it's almost like when you have a baby, you can't just keep introducing all your kids to every man. Because if that relationship don't last, you can't blame your kids for being attached to that man. So I wouldn't announce it until that contract is signed. I wouldn't be showing that girl their love, because you know that your fans don't really be paying attention, and they're going to gravitate to whoever you say you like. The only person that they don't really gravitate towards like that and really just go crazy for, because I don't think that she completely has it, is Bia. And unfortunately, this is kind of where the roads get murky and rocky. I don't think that Bia will fall out with Nicki. And this is where I get a little torn. And I don't think that Bia will fall out with Nicki. I hate to say it like this, but I don't think that Bia will be anything. Not like that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, Bia doesn't desire a main character position, and even if she did, I don't think that she has what it takes to become that. I went to a Bia show, Snooze Fest, and I like Bia. She's a little phony. Actually, I'm not really a big fan of Bia because she's just fake. I was going to try to act like I liked her, but she's too phony. I didn't met her. I didn't talk to her like, girl, at this point, she's too phony. I've seen her show. The fashion is stale. The songs are boring. The flow is stale. So there's nothing there that I think that even Nicki Minaj can do to ignite her fans to support Bia. So it just will never happen. And so I personally think that, those are the kind of relationships Nicki Minaj would rather foster. You do you do me. Like, my fans, they like you, but some men like it, they really don't. But it doesn't really do that much for you, you to be connected to me. Like, Bia is the only one I feel like that, been connected to Nicki, and it really hasn't moved or shaken the quake in any earth. You know what I'm saying? It really hasn't really done much. And unfortunately, I think that when we get into, I'm trying to say this without making Nicki look like a complete hater, but I gotta think that's the kind of girl she likes, because, girl, it's just no conflict of interest. And then, two, I don't really care. I don't really think that Bia is one that Nicki's interested in signing. Because is there any real money in that? I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like, is there really any money in that? I don't know. You let me know. So there's that piece. Now, a lot of people will say, well, Nicki Minaj is a hater and she's jealous. I don't think that she's jealous of Ice Spice. I don't think she's a hater on JT, because at the end of the day, and this is no shade to neither one of them, all them girls have sold under 50K. Nicki Minaj sold 220 or 35,000 records. Them girls didn't even break 30,000. I can never be jealous of a girl that couldn't even break a fraction of what I did record sales wise. You know what I mean? We're not even doing the same type of tours. And these girls are like 15, 20 years younger than me. I'm not jealous of them if I'm Nicki Minaj. It's not about being jealous, because they can't out-rap me. They can't outsell me. So it's not about I'm threatened by them. I'm at this point, if I'm Nicki Minaj, I'm in their generation and I'm still beating them. So I was in my prime as a millennial or whatever Nicki Minaj, I don't know what she is, what generation she is, but I was in the prime in my generation, and now I'm in now Gen Z whooping y'all. And you girls are Gen Z. Where you see that done? So I'm not worried about you girls. Y'all girls should be gagging that you got a 41-year-old whooping y'all like this. You get what I'm saying? So it's not really that. It's more so I think that she feels like, girl, I helped you. I gave you. I feel used because I let you. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like, how do I break it down? Like, okay, like if I had like a person that kind of set on my and I did actually. You know, I've had plenty of people like where I don't do a lot of YouTube collabs anymore. Like with people that listen, no friends. You'll never see me do. Listen, I don't really work with a lot of YouTubers. And you'll never see me bring like I just probably won't do the friends thing on here anymore just because of what it gave. And so it's like you bring these people up, they get a name off of you, but they don't give anything back. And then they start moving weird. And then you like, you know what? I helped you get on a TV show. I helped you I'm not jealous of you. But girl, because of me, you have a little bit more motion. You have a lot more motion. Because if you were still trying to get it on your own, you wouldn't have no motion. You were barely moving. I kicked you into gear for motion. And you got cute when you got a little motion and started feeling yourself. And it was like, girl, we ended up falling out. And I'm just like, girl, I wish I would have never even wasted my time and energy because I feel like you were an opportunist. You weren't genuine. So it kind of feels like that, like, okay, I helped you put a little bit more motion in your step, in your car, in your gas. And then once you started getting rolling, you kind of started acting funny. And it's not that I'm jealous. It's not that I need it, but it's like, girl, if it wasn't for me, girl, you would still be at the stop sign, trying to figure out which way to go. But because I put a little charge into your battery, you moving now, and now you want to get cute on my time. Like you did this on your own, or like you didn't, like, you know. So you start to feel yourself. So I think that's more of what it is. So she just like, okay, girl, I ended up feeling like this after I help these girls get a little bit of motion, and I feel like they start moving weird once I get them rolling, or whatever I give them once they feel like they don't need me anymore, or they've gotten enough from me that now, you know, they can be a household name, they have their own fans, then they kind of forget about what we discussed or what the plan was. I think that's more of how she feels versus intimidated, if that makes sense. And I can understand that. However, too, on the flip side, it's like, Nicki, you have to expect, again, you got to expect that these girls want their own motion. You gotta know, you have to know, and you have to be okay with them doing that. If you don't want these girls to have motion outside of you, then you cannot align yourself with them, because everybody's not gonna be like a Bia. And I love my girl. We cool, we on a much better place, but everybody not gonna be like Akbar. But let's just take Akbar, for example. Akbar cool. That's my dog. Me and Akbar cool. Akbar, don't you start acting crazy when I say this. But I'm just saying, like, so Akbar, she's very team Nicki right now. Very team Nicki. Anything, she'll go fight, bat, boop, bop, bop, Nicki. But on the flip side, Akbar doesn't have a whole lot of motion. But also Nicki is not really pouring into her that much. Now, what if Nicki started really giving Akbar some energy, really pouring into her. And Akbar started getting more motion. Should Akbar still be saying Nicki, 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 or should Akbar take that motion and do her biggest one? Which one do you think she would do? You know, because what if she took that and said, okay, now I'm getting the motion, and she slowed down on the Nicki, talking about how much Nicki was the queen, how Nicki was this, and then maybe what if she start focusing on her own projects and going on tours and doing interviews and doing features and started getting her brand deals? Is that a shade? Is that a problem? Or is she supposed to get the motion and still be Nicki, 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 Nicki? See, it's easy for the girls to be Nicki, 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 Nicki when they don't have the motion. But once they start rolling, no Ray, it starts getting really quiet on the Nicki. Then it becomes about me. And then Nicki starts to feel away. It's interesting, but it's a catch-22. You know what I'm saying? It's a catch-22. So, So, let me take a couple calls. We've been on here for an hour, child. Ooh. But we're going to take some calls. The number is 563-999-3658. I want to see what you guys have to say. Hold on. Don't get on here cursing. Don't get on here talking crazy. Okay, the number is 563-999-3658. Let's get in here and get into some things. Okay, let's talk about it. And so, you know, it's really interesting. It's really interesting. I don't know how I feel on both ends because I get them from both sides. And the Ice Spice piece, I feel like Ice Spice, unfortunately for her, let me just say this. I feel like the only one that's slightly doing it right is Sexy Red. But that's because Sexy Red got men on her side. A lot of these girls come in doing a Nicki homage. Megan Thee Stallion did that. She felt used because, remember, y'all forced Megan Thee Stallion on live with Nicki. And then Megan Thee Stallion bulldozed her into doing a record. Don't run from me, friend. And Nicki, she messed up because she had got too cute and was talking about Cardi B. And Megan Thee Stallion was shading Cardi B. So she felt like she had another rap girlfriend, but not knowing Megan Thee Stallion was a snake. It's no shame, Megan, you know. And not just a snake. Megan Thee Stallion wants, well, you know, I don't care what nobody say. Megan Thee Stallion wants to be the queen of rap. And that's over Cardi and Nicki, and that's fine. But if you can't see that, Megan Thee Stallion, she's for herself, and that she's and it's fine. But you know, that's where she's at. But I don't think Nicki saw that coming. Megan Thee Stallion wants to be the girl, okay? She wants to be the girl of the girl, and as she should, and that's fine. And she's doing her biggest one. Lotto came in that way, Nicki. Then you know. It didn't work. You know, all the girls that tried. Carisha Please was upset that she didn't get the look. Then remember when, you know, she was ready to argue with Nicki, thought she was going to have a moment. Saucy wanted a moment. Didn't get it. Then she felt the way. The only one that really didn't come in here on that type of time is Cardi B. However, Cardi B came in and damn near made it seem like Nicki was throwing her shade, because Cardi B was making statements about how there was a female rapper that was throwing her shade at the time on the red carpet, but she didn't say who it was. I later found out that it wasn't Nicki Minaj. However, the narrative, people always thought it was Nicki Minaj. So Cardi B is the only one that didn't come in on that type of time. But for the most part, every other female rapper came in Nicki, even Doja Cat. And Sexy, the difference between the rest of them, and I feel like Sexy Red pushes through, is because Sexy Red has got men on her side. You know, she's got the guys, and it works. Glorilla, you know, I don't think Nicki really ever felt her. Flo Milli, I think that Flo Milli she kind of silently picked her side, you know, and Flo Milli would name weird names when it was come down to give credit and homage. She would say stuff like Beyonce and name just weirdos, like not weirdos, but you know, like names that had nothing to do with rap when it comes down to female rap inspirations and stuff like that. So it was almost kind of like, okay, girl, you're a weirdo. Not like that, but like, well, you know, people be like, okay, girl, what? You didn't, so you're not gonna. But I guess maybe that was her way to try to stay out of it. But you know, it's just one of those things where, you know, female rap is so political where you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. And to be honest with you, if I'm a new female rapper and I'm trying to come up in the game, and listen, hell, I've even made the mistakes, and I ain't even a female rapper because you end up on both sides. If you are new, don't make the mistakes that I've made. Don't make the mistakes that some of these female rappers made. I'll be honest with you. Be smart. Don't go to Team Nicki or Cardi. Be you. Get your own fan base. Stay out of the middle of that stuff because, girl, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. If you work over here with Nicki, the Cardi B side ain't going to work with you. You work over here with Cardi B, Nicki's side ain't going to work with you. Just build your own fan base and get your own people, child, because it's a mess. It's a mess. The women are just so messy. All right, 6492. You're live on the air.
So I'm just gonna hey Armon, my bad.
Hey.
So let me just jump right into it. My thing is I feel like instead of having an artist go to Nicki Minaj and getting information and stuff like that, how come QC is not going to her? Because I've never seen like, you know, P or what's the other guy's name talking to Nicki or anything like that, because Nicki is very unique. She's an artist, but she's also smart too. I don't know if she has a manager. Maybe she does her own managing. I don't know about that. But I do think that it's interesting to send somebody, if that's the case, to send someone when you should just go talk to Nicki yourself.
Well, how do you know that they haven't?
Don't they run the record label?
Yeah, but perhaps that's. But I mean, why am I gonna go talk to her if I'm trying to like, if she's trying to have my artist sign a contract, you know, like she's now trying to do my job. So what am I gonna talk to her for?
I'm saying
before. But we don't know that they haven't, but they probably have done stuff and things just didn't work out. And at some point it's like, okay, well, where have you been all this time? Your artist was flopping and didn't know what she was gonna do, and she almost, you know what I mean? Where was Jay? I mean, they had JT for a long time. Then all of a sudden, Nicki takes her under their wing. Herself. But listen, when she was by herself, JT was like respectfully, and it's no shade, JT had no motion until she got up under Nicki, and Nicki, they were doing their talking. Then all of a sudden, she is reignited.
I'm gonna have to disagree. Because when I was
for you, when did it start? When did the JT era start for you? Solo.
The JT, okay, so I was watching the documentary, the City Girls documentary. And, you know, first, you know, it started off, you know, when they were together, of course. And then all of a sudden when JT went to jail and when she got out, I was noticing how P and everybody was on her back. You know, like as soon as she got out, she's supposed to write the rap to the song First Day Out, right? So they were on her back, like, it just felt so like, we need you. That's when it started. But I felt like it started a little bit before that, but nobody was really focusing on JT, and nobody wants to single her out because she's in a group. You get what I mean? Nobody.
Girl, no. That couldn't have happened like that. How could that have happened when years after down the line? What was that? Just last year or the year before that? JT was on Young Miami's podcast. You got to follow me. JT was on Young Miami's podcast talking about she just want to go to work and go home, and she just don't want to really do nothing. They like, why you don't want to do nothing? Why you don't want to do brand deals? Why you don't want to do that? And JT was talking about how contracts are commitments, and she don't have time for that. She just like to go home and just be done with it. So that's not so what I'm saying is, when did she get this fire to be the city Cinderella, a single solo hit making artist? That's new.
I'm thinking. I'm trying to pinpoint it because I know there's a
I'm
moment,
telling
but
you
we
when
don't
it
see every
was.
moment
I'm telling
either.
you when it was. It was after she threw that phone at Little Uzi and got embarrassed with the Ice Spice situation. Her and Nicki Minaj got on the phone.
So you saying she was backed into the corner? She was backed up.
I'm saying she was lost and had no direction. Her relationship had been on the rocks. The Cardi B and them was whacking her in Tomorrow too. Carisha had her man with Diddy and she was feeling herself. JT was lost and she was feeling low. And then, girl, remember
And
it
that's
didn't.
okay.
But you're not
That's
listening.
okay, and that was
That is
expected
okay.
too because
Okay.
she was set back a little bit. Of course, I think that's expected. I think people be expecting to feel like they're a little set back, but she's in the best position that you could ever even coming out of that situation. You get what I'm saying? So I think she just needed a little time to herself. I think she needed to talk to Nicki. I think she needed that to happen with the Ice Spice and Uzi and throwing the phone at him. I think she needed to step into that. And I think I remember you saying that she was being too nice. She was being very nice. So I think she just was tired of being nice. She was tired of being nice, and that's good for her. I like that.
Period. Thank you, boo. I gotta take the call. All right, let me move on. Okay, because y'all don't be listening. 2160. Wait, okay, 2161. And then I gotta get, hold on, let me see. Well, let me pause it. I think we got a special guest calling in. Hold on, let me see what the T is. Hold on, let me get you on here really quick. Hello?
Her from her.
Hello, Fur. Is it Purr? Is this Roller Roll?
It's rolling away.
Hey, how you doing, Purr? What you think about the situation?
Bitch, I love how you gave us supposed to engage this whole episode, this whole live ate it up. It's like you secretly be the fly on the wall, knowing all the inside suit. All of these things in my wheelchair, like, ow, he's right, ow,
okay. Yeah, Purr, Purr, yeah. No, for real, tell me what you think. So do you like Nicki? Because, I think she's really a big fan of you. So what you think about the whole situation?
So, when it comes to JT was coming. She was really coming. The fans seen her coming. We all seen her coming. But she's not coming with Nicki. She's not coming with her. And it just is. The seat is this. Nicki noticed how JT was. For one, once you disrespect somebody, sometimes you gotta look at it like this. Once you become disrespectful, you're gonna always be low key a hater. That's just what it is. JT been a hater. She didn't like Nicki, but of course she needed the Bobs to help her career. And Nicki is a very generous queen. So of course she's like, okay, I'm gonna give her a chance. Everything you said about how she did Nicki is the exact same thing how she did Carisha, and it's terrible. Carisha held it down for her, but she was locked up. Now she come back, only working for a year and 6 months with Carisha. All of a sudden, she don't want to dress, she don't want to come on set, she don't want to do studio time, and I just feel as though JT is lazy for that, number one, and for two, it's not host. It's not like with your loyalty. You're supposed to be a Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is all about loyalty and respect. So my thing is, since Nicki's a Sagittarius, you're supposed to stand by that. Nicki got you out of the dust. The pit of the dust, bitch. You was about to be nothing. Carisha always going to have Carisha, please. Carisha roulette. It's always going to give Carisha. No shade. Carisha kept the city girls alive, period. My thing is her loyalty don't be the same at all. And hurt my feelings. Now, overall, like you said, I think JT was the Ray Riding Hood who came in here, tried to eat her fruit, and was fangirl in the most. And that's what it was. Now, with the Ice Spice situation, you are 1,000% right when it comes to management. Ice Spice album did not do good as far as record sales. Nowhere near Lotto's. Per Big Mama, per. But at the same time, I like Ice Spice music. That's my little sister. I live for music. But you can't keep dressing like Ginger Spice and it's not October or November. Bitch, put on your pink wig. You're a princess. Bitch, act like it. Bitch, I helped you out. Bitch, don't play with me. Bitch, who you playing with? I gave you all these followers and all these streams, what are you playing with? Like, all you said was the queen called me the princess on the album. You didn't give no more clout. I wrote a song for you on that album. Everybody know that song she wrote for her big booty or booty. Nicki wrote that. Like, come on now. Come on, stop playing so much. She wrote music for you. Your management should have been all the time. You know what? We're going to collab with Nicki Minaj Entertainment. We're going to give Nicki what she wants. Here you go. Let me help everything. I started dress like this. Do this with Nicki. For a good year or two, you know, you have to give to receive. You have to give to us than what? Gave. And Ice Spice just wasn't given enough.
Okay, so I want to get back. I want to get back to the real quick. I want to get back to the Carisha because I think we have a different take on Carisha, and so you like her now. I can't stand her. I'll be honest with you.
The thing about this is,
I feel like she's the hater. She's the hater though.
Why do you think? No, I feel as though Carisha was put into a box in order to hold everybody down. JT don't have no kids. You see what I'm saying? Carisha has a family. She lost her, you know, me and her had a problem. You see what I'm saying?
But you know why I think she the hater? This is why I think she the hater. Because when Saucy asked her why she didn't defend JT when the whole thing was happening about a super freaky girl and Cardi B, you know what Carisha's response was? Well, the queen didn't call me. She didn't call me. She didn't call me to get on it. Well, what did that have to do about you? What does that have to do with you defending your friend?
Because
why do you need to be on a remix?
She said it in the interview, Armon. She said it. She said to JT went behind her back and didn't even tell her about the feature. So, baby, I'm not about to help you. Like, you're not about to keep sabotaging my career, what we got going on. And P yelling at me. P down my throat. P not messing with me now all over because you don't want to work. You see what I'm saying? It goes both ways. If they're a group, but you have to be all for one. And if you're not helping with the music and I'm doing this and the third, how the hell am I supposed to, like, defend you and keep defending you?
Okay, and so you think, and let's go back. And so you think because JT talked bad about Nicki in the past, you know, that they can never be cool? I don't think that that's true. I think that they can be cool because you got Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion cool.
I just think Nicki that always kept one eye open, and I feel as though, like, she accepted her back in the coop. She accepted her in her circle way too fast. Like, no, you did that too fast. I don't know why you did that, but no, she is not the princess. Like, Ice Spice was the princess. Like, and will forever be the princess. Like, come on now. Like, no, Ice Spice is genuinely her own person. JT is her own person too, but let's be real. Who's going to turn on a JT song before we turn on an Ice Spice song?
Well, you know, the girls is turning on. But listen, but you got to think about it. Like, respectfully, JT sold 27,000 copies. Ice Spice sold 29,000 copies. But wait, Ice Spice sold 29,000. Ice Spice has had way more mainstream motion and mainstream look. So for JT to sell 1,000 under... 28,000 or 1,000 under Ice Spice, who sold 28,000, and then 2,000 under Lotto, which sold 29,000. She's up there with girls that have mainstream looks. So JT has the biggest core fan base out of the three.
Out there in the media, JT was making it seem like Carisha was doing her wrong. So the fans felt bad. Then the Bob's like, okay, Nicki stuck with her, so let me go ahead and help her out. Play this music. Right, she was on a guilt trip, and Nicki sees that and like, hold up. She guilt tripping her way to the top, thinking, like you said, she's touching the rim, but can she dunk?
So you feel like you feel okay. So what I'm hearing you say is I'm okay. Now we cooking. So what I'm hearing you say, because at the end of the day, whatever it worked. If you like, if we go to your analogy and you're saying that she basically what I'm hearing you say is she played the underdog role. Because now if you look at it, the city has JT on their back. Like, they want her to win. So they feel like she is the, and even with the name, the city Cinderella, it's kind of like the evil stepsisters didn't want her to be pretty. Now she's got the glass slipper and she's about to be the princess of the ball. Like, she is going to be the star now, and everybody wants her to win because she was the underdog for so long, and now the city is rooting for her.
On Twitter. Right. And Nicki is like, hold up, I don't low-key fuck with this girl. Like, y'all keep doing all this and all that, but she's low-key playing with me. Like, no, she's using me. Like, I can't keep avoiding bad behavior. And she's giving bad behavior. Her report card's not giving straight A student. It's giving, she's sliding by knowing some administrators in the school, and they're like, okay, she has to graduate. She has to do this. We're going to make sure she does it. And her next project will never do as good as this project as this. So, not downplaying her success, never that. But at the same time, she used the barbs. My thing is, if the barbs help you out, don't ever down talk the barbs at all. Whatever you got cooked up with Nicki, whether good or bad, keep your thoughts to your friend circle and your close friends. That's it. It's no need to announce and denounce things at all.
Well, thank you, Roland Ray. How are you in Santana?
Oh, me in Santana. Oh, so we're currently not still speaking. And the thing about that is, even with that, I got into it with Santana and JT. Low key, I was a major Carisha fan. Like, I know so many Carisha songs, and it really hurt my heart because I see what was going on. She took up for JT. Carisha always had JT's back. Always. And nobody don't understand that. That's why she's so hurt. And why she said it's no bad blood, but we ain't cool. So, man, Santana wouldn't, I don't think we would ever be cool. Even Nicki wanted to do a song with me and Santana. And my thing is, he turned it down. And my thing is this, you turned it down over pride when we supposed to be doing successful things. As the LGBTQ community and you know, a major artist coming together, it would have outsold millions. How could you turn that down?
What about Ditter? How you say that with the ER? The Ditter, Carisha and Ditter.
I love you, Point. I love you.
All right, I'll call you later. I gotta move on. But thank you, Ray. Thanks for calling in, boo. Okay, bye. We gotta keep later. Purr. Ooh, I almost had to purr into a poop, bitch. Purr. Just kidding. All right, that was Santana discussing behavior. Now, you just never know who's going to call in. This is why this is always a key. Millions. Yes, millions. Now, let me... oh, I hate this show. 21 and 61. I hate everyone on here. 21.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. What's going on?
Hi. I'm so glad you answered took my call. Big fan.
Yes, boo.
Been watching you since you had braces. I just want to say you were on point a long time. I just want to say you were totally on point. I agree with everything. I just feel like JT and Ice kind of played themselves. I feel like I love Ice's CD, by the way. I want to agree with you. I think her CD goes hard. It goes hard in my car. I like her CD. But I just feel like they kind of pandered to the barbs. I feel like the only reason why Ice is where she's at is because those text messages came out, with, you know, all that stuff she said about Nicki. If that hadn't came out, I think she would have sold more copies on her album. I think she would have been in a better position. And as far as JT, I think something happened behind the scenes that we still don't know about. There's something that happened with her and with Nicki and JT that we do not know about, and I think later it will come out. Just like later on, the phone call came out with Lotto, remember? That came out later. Something happened, and we will find out later about it.
I didn't hear no phone call with Lotto.
Remember, it came out later that she recorded Nicki's Lotto. Was,
yeah. But I thought the actual recording came out. I'm like, well, I didn't hear no recording.
That didn't come out right away.
All right.
So that's my opinion. Love you. Thank you, honey.
Thanks, boo. Bye. Let's keep it moving.
Okay, bye.
They saying that Cardi B was throwing shots at the girls on Twitter. Let's see. What did she say? Let's pull it up. What was she throwing shade at the girls on Twitter? Let's see what Cardi B had to say. They said that she threw a shot on Twitter. What did Cardi B say? What did she say on Twitter? Let me find out. Oh, she just posted a meme. She just posted a shady meme. There's nothing really to see here. Let me see if I can show it to you guys. She just posted a cackle of a meme. So she being petty. How I feel after wishing upon someone's downfall, they actually hit rock bottom. So she's gagging the girls right now. Cardi B's in her petty bag. She's getting her cackle. Uh-oh, this could get very messy. Let's see what happens. Wow. All right, let's take another call. The number is 9496. You're live on the air. Hello? Okay, that's too much patter in my ear. 7145, you're live on the air.
Oh my gosh, hey, how are you?
Good, how are you? Yes.
I'm good. Okay, good, boo. So listen, let me just say this. First of all, I'm just want to say I'm a diehard Nicki fan since 08 when she was wearing the 2 padded bras. So I go way back. So my opinion might be a little biased.
Okay.
I feel like the real issue is the industry. I feel like, you know, when Nicki first came out, she did not work with any female artists. If you think about it, she was with the boys, kind of like Sexy Red a little bit. She was with the guys, she was doing features, everybody. So I think the industry kind of took that and ran with it, and that's why they're sending in these little, you know, hip-hop girlies or wannabe hip-hop girlies to kind of get in and infiltrate, if you will, to see what to do. And Nicki she wants friends in the industry. I feel like, you know, she see everybody else clicking up, linking up, and I think she wants that, but I think she wants them to basically worship her more than work with her. In my opinion, and I love Nicki down to the just a little bit, because I feel like she's a little hard on some of the girls. Because when she first came in, she wasn't working with anybody. Now she wants to sign girls. Now she wants them on her label. It's a little sketchy to me, you know. Stick with what you know. Sexy Red ain't working with no other females.
Let me be a little diplomatic here. Okay, so here's the only reason why, and I have to use myself as an example. Like, and I get what you're saying, but we got to think the other side. Okay, so I feel like Nicki's also in that place where she's like, you know how when, and I'm not calling her old, but you know how when old people, they don't care. They just like, girl, they gonna say and do what they want to do. They don't care what nobody think or feel. I think she's in that place where, because girl, I've been here so long, I'm old in the game. It doesn't matter. And then, but we see her falling out with these girls, so we come up with all these different narratives. She's bitter. She's jealous. She wants people to actually worship her, right? The only reason why, and I could see that surface level being a thing, but if I'm if I'm looking at it from all angles, I have to put myself in account and look at things that happen to me and the public perception that becomes of me. So for me, people would like to put out, he always falls out with everybody. He gets into it with everybody, and everybody else gets quiet. But if y'all really knew, these people be trying me, and I just don't give up, and I end up wearing them out. But because I'm the one that says something, and because I'm the one that says something, and they sit back after they done poke the bear and poke the bear and poke the bear, I look like I'm emotionally unstable, and I look like I fall out with everybody, when really these motherfuckers is haters and they're messy. And so I gotta give Nicki some grace, because she's the one to crash out, or she's the one to unfollow. It's not that she's jealous or bitter, but y'all don't know. Maybe these people keep trying her, and then after they throw the rock and hide their hand, she reacts, and now she looks like the hater or the bitter one. And the only reason why I can see it from that angle is because that has happened to me over and over again.
Yes, and let me say this. I do agree with you, because, like I said, I've been following you for years, so I know exactly what you're talking about and what you're going through. But let me just say this in a sense of, like, advice. when you are the bar, and this goes for you too, Boo, when you are the bar, that label is going to be placed on you because people are going to constantly trying to figure out how can they bring the bar down. Now, let me just say this. When Cardi first popped on the scene, and she was, first she was a TikTok, not TikToker. What was it, Vine back then? Wasn't she popular on like Vine or Instagram or something like that?
Instagram, yeah.
Instagram, okay. And then from there, she moved to Love and Hip Hop. Now, this is the issue that I had. Nicki was very, in my opinion, she was very sweet to Cardi. She complimented her. She congratulated her on the award. And then it just kind of seemed weird to me how Nicki got a lot of hate from Cardi when Cardi was on a daggone TV show with Remy Ma, another well-known rapper, and they never collaborated together. Why nobody never mentioned that? You know what I mean? It's like when you are the bar, people want to find a way to lower it, so they can be on the same playing field as you. And it's just not that. I feel like if anybody wants to be Team Nicki, if anybody wants to be Team Armon, I'm sorry, but you kind of have to be in agreement with my ways and my talent because that is what put me here. Cardi didn't get anywhere with her first mixtapes, her first 2 mixtapes. Nicki will let you know she sold $1 million on a mixtape. No other female has done that. Cardi was on a whole reality show. Those mixtapes weren't getting thrown around, but as soon as she got,
90 seconds.
And Bodak Yellow, and then you had people literally like the Breakfast Club and places like that promoting her. Nicki never had that.
Yeah, but I think the conversation today, this is less about, I get what you're saying, but as far as like Cardi, I don't think Cardi is in this conversation because Cardi B never came out trying to be cool with Nicki, but every other girl did, from the, the Isis and the Lottos, the Megans, the Doja Cats,
60 seconds.
And JT's. Like, Cardi's the only one that was like not trying to like ride the Nicki coattail train into the game. Like everybody else kind of was like, Nicki, she's the queen. Cardi B didn't come. And so the question is, why does Nicki keep falling out with the girls that end up trying to be like, Nicki's the queen? Is it because when they start getting motion, they switch up? Or like what happens?
No, I think Nicki is probably nearing retirement soon. And I really do think she's ready to pass the torch. But I think that, that comes with a price. You know what I mean? If you want Nicki to pass the torch to you, it's gonna cost you. And that's what I meant by my first kind of comment. And I don't really mean worship like
10 seconds.
Nicki is the end all be all, but she is the bar. Like, let's just be honest. Nobody has been able to do in the music industry what Nicki has done. And I think she wants them to kind of respect her for it and understand that this is the game. If I'm going to give you some of this sauce, you got to give me something in return. And she, in my opinion, that's just what she wants. She wants them to kind of honor her while she's able to pass the torch, if that makes sense. I think she really does want to bring other girls into the industry with her, bring them maybe not up on her level, but kind of close. You know what I mean? Maybe eye to eye, but not actually take her spot. But some of them maybe they just not ready mentally for that type of industry.
All right, boy, I got to take some more callers before I get up out of here. Thank you.
That's okay. Thank you,
Peace out. All right, let me get some more people on here. We're gonna take a couple more, and then we gotta go. Super chats to the top because it's a full queue, and I'm not gonna get through everybody today. 8822, you're live on the air.
Hey, sister.
Hey, what's going on, baby?
Ciao. Listen, I'm gonna have to give you your 10s. You did tell us. You told us. I'm gonna have to give you your 10s. Sometimes we don't listen, but you did tell us a lot of the stuff. So yeah, I was glad that you posted your receipts about the things that you told us, because you did say it, especially the Ice Spice one you been called it, the JT one you called it too. So I had to give you your 10s for that.
Absolutely.
Now, the thing about these girls, I will say, is I feel like they need to come in like a Sexy Red, like you were saying. Like, I think with Sexy Red, I think she and Nicki would never really fall out, because Sexy Red, as much as she loves Nicki, she got collaboration, she respects Nicki. She never came in trying to ride on Nicki's coattail, try to be like what some of y'all would call a lapdog. Sexy Red loves Nicki, she respects Nicki, but she's still kind of cool with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yes, I'm not gonna be like Lotto and be delusional in an interview and not say that Nicki's the queen. I'm gonna say that Nicki inspired me, and I want her longevity, but I'm also gonna also like, you know, respect her and give her her 10s, but also
let's stop it right there. Let's stop it right there. That's a prime example. And this is a prime example. I like that. I like that you brought that up. And I think that is a prime example of why Sexy Red and Nicki probably won't fall out, because Sexy Red, you know, is successful. She's got to leave, even though that, you know, it's a different conversation about them canceling shows and her ticket sales, but Sexy Red is here. You know what I mean? And Nicki really kind of, in my opinion, Pound Town was a thing, but then when Nicki stamped it, every other artist wanted to be attached to Sexy Red after that. But Sexy Red didn't take that moment and then act like Nicki never existed in her career. So she had that opportunity in that Spotify interview to go any way she wanted. And she could have not brought up Nicki, and Lotta wasn't gonna do it, and Flo Milli wasn't gonna do it. But Sexy Red still brought up Nicki. So it's like, girl, even if I don't work with you all the time, even if I don't talk to you all the time, I'm not gonna act like you weren't here. And I think those little moments right there are important. And even if she goes and sits with a lot of one, does things like this and works with Drakes and works with other people, the fact that you're going to still put respect on my name and recognize that, girl, I did help you and give you some motion, like, I can fool with you. So it doesn't really matter where you go sit. I know you're not going to act funny now that you own. You know, and Sexy Red still keeps it real no matter how successful she gets. And I think that's what Nicki is looking for. A lot of these girls, sometimes they will sit up in that interview and act like, and not mention Nicki's name.
Yeah.
And she kind of gave the motion. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But also too, even at that too, Sexy also is not like she didn't come in like a JT or the rest of them. Like Nicki, like, of course you give Nicki her 10s, but she also lets you know, like, yeah, I'm going to give Nicki her 10s in her interviews. I'm grateful. I'm going to always respect her. I'm not going to be delusional. But I'm also cool with Lotto. I like Lotto. I don't have an issue with Cardi B like that. Like, I know they're not super, super close. But, you know, like, I'm cool with all the girls. I'm here. I just want to win. I just want to work. I just want to collaborate with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's more so of that. But she will still give Nicki her 10s and respect Nicki. And she's very much grateful to be here and to get the collaboration that she got from Nicki Minaj or whatever. I think that's how the girls need to come in with their interviews and stuff like that. But as far as like the JT and Ice Spice single, it's gonna be interesting because, as we all know, they also don't rock with Cardi B. So the Cardi B and Nicki Minaj is gonna be interesting because it's like, okay, now Nicki's done with y'all, but y'all also don't bring y'all bridges with Cardi B too. So it's like, where do y'all go? Because not for nothing, JT and Megan Thee Stallion is not that close no more. They kind of similarly you know, JT don't got Carisha no more. JT and Ice Spice don't really like each other like that. And with Ice Spice, she and Megan don't really follow each other. And then JT
and Glorilla got into a full fight, so that's over.
Exactly. And then Ice Spice and Megan's not that cool. I don't think so. Cardi B and Ice Spice, they don't fell out. Ice Spice and Glorilla, they're kind of cool, but they're not close. She and Sexy Red's cool because Sexy Red will come to Ice Spice's defense. But I feel like Ice and JT both don't really have that many people in their corner. So I feel like either being on the Nicki or Cardi B side was kind of a little bit beneficial for them. But I guess now that they fall out with the two biggest in the game, it's kind of interesting for them. Like, at least because, you know, with Megan Thee Stallion, some of y'all would say she's number 3, so y'all would say she has her own fan base. But even at that, yeah, she's not cool with Nicki, but she's over there with Cardi. You know what I'm saying? And she pulled in Glorilla, who's hot right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for JT and Ice Spice, I feel like it's a little different with them. But I don't know. I wish the JT thing hurts my heart because I still like JT. I'm still riding with Jatavia. I like JT a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna rock.
Yeah, and here's the thing with JT. And JT, if you're watching, if anybody's from your team is watching, and I like what you're saying, but understand this: y'all like JT now because she's still the underdog. Once JT start getting real mainstream success, that's when the people stop liking you. And so let's see if the people really support her because she hasn't went through her hate train because she's still Cinderella. You know, the people love you.
Coming up.
They love to build you up until they feel like you're not reachable. When them tour shows start, you know, when she's not as accessible anymore, when the garage sale tours is over and she starts kind of feeling herself, that's when we're really going to see the fan base. Y'all like her now because she's still perceivably the underdog. Y'all don't like when y'all feel like the girls get out of reach.
That's true. I can agree with that. But for me personally, I feel like JT, I just like what she brings to the table. I mean, besides her being an underdog and not being like the most mainstream female rapper yet, I also like how I like the bad bee attitude. I like how she's cocky. I like how she's cunt with the fashion. Like, I like stuff like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like what she brings to the table. And like you said, she's slightly ignorant. I like, not that I like ignorance, but like, I like that she kind of just like, JT just don't care. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like, I like her. I feel like she can rap to a certain degree. I like what she brings to the table. She's a little bit more fresh for me, so I like that. And my last point would be, like, as far as, like, the Nicki unfollowing, I feel like today, since Nicki wanted to follow everybody, I feel like she should have unfollowed Carisha. Because I feel like ain't no reason why when Santana asked Carisha, why did you unfollow your friend, I mean, not defend your friend when she and Cardi B was going at it, and your first instinct was to go for Nicki Minaj, or say it was because Nicki didn't put you on Super Freaky Girl Remix, and they was beefing about Super Freaky Girl Remix when they was actually beefing about Tomorrow too. You know what I'm saying?
Well, here's
like,
the thing. Here's the thing. I feel like Nicki likes to make a point. I'm not gonna unfollow Carisha and JT at the same time if I'm trying to make something stick. Because if I unfollow Carisha and JT, then they're gonna be jumbled together as a unit. No, girl, I want you to see I unfollow JT. Carisha's not important in this matter. So if I unfollow them together, the girls, it'll be justifiable. No, sometimes I want it to be clear. I unfollowed her and unfollow her. If she would have unfollowed Carisha too, y'all would have been over here with think pieces and justifying it. And sometimes Nicki wants her fan base to understand, I don't with her. And y'all would have been still finding ways to still support JT when Nicki's been telling you for months, stop supporting the garage sale.
Child, I think the garage sale shit I think that's so crazy. But
okay, we gotta go. I gotta call you back. I'll see you on the space. Bye, boo. All right, 4465. We live on the air.
Oh my God, that nigga! I feel like he was gonna get off forever. And
yes.
I just have one question for you. Now, you know, I am a real fan. I watch all your videos.
Period.
Now, like you were saying, one video, I can't remember what video it was, but you had said that one female rapper had called you crying, okay, when they met Nicki. Now, I'm trying to see, was that LaKeisha?
Oh, no, I'm not getting into all that right now. You had tried that. Bye. Girl, you had tried that. She had tried that. And she super chatted to get into that. That's so nasty. You had tried that. Girl, she had really tried to just kind of get into it, like, now what's that? You know, that was real. I said, girl, so what's the? As like, we don't got 4,000 people sitting here, like, girl, that was a good one, though. That's something that I would pull. That was a good one. But I ain't drunk. I've been drinking. I'm drinking seltzer today. This is seltzer water today. Guava. So, baby, you're not finna get me today. That's not ready to get. I'm not ready to put that out yet. Because, girl, I don't really know if I can put that out right now. So, anyway, she had tried that. That was a good one, though. She had tried to get, and she had paid for that one, too. She had to try to wake that up. But no, that was not LaKeisha. You had tried that. But yeah. So, all right, y'all. So we're going to get up out of here. We've been on here for damn 2 hours. We had got into some things. Shout out to Rolling Ray for getting in the building. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. We talked about it. We came, we conquered. We got into some things. And we'll be back with some more content. All right, y'all. I love you all. Until next time, keep that same energy. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. And the EP is coming soon. Now I got to get up off here because I got to go do some work for the damn EP. Child, I was supposed to be doing that today. And this popped off. And so now I'm behind on my schedule. But I love y'all. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.
Thank you for using Blog Talk.